do Costinha na mesa, sentiu-se aqui em Lisboa.
Posse de bola para Portugal, vai Éder, chuta! Gol!
Welcome to the Portugal Corner. Let's talk about soccer. All right, let's do it, guys.
Let's talk about soccer.
Let's talk about soccer.
First thing, we fucked up last week. Some other Portuguese players did win the Ballon d'Or.
Oh, shit.
Definitely Eusebio in 1965.
Karl-Heinz Sterling.
I believe I said that.
You did say that.
Thank you.
You were correct, Justin.
Way to fight for your right.
We were
It's a
too
party.
lazy to just look it up. And then Deco was nominated in 2004.
Who's Massive Puss?
He came in behind Beckenbauer in 66.
What? No, he won.
Joseph Massive Puss.
Masupus beat Eusebio. Okay. Look how tiny that little Ballon d'Or used to be.
A little tiny ball.
It's a golden ball. Everything was smaller back then. You ever see the first World Cup trophy? It's like
Yeah,
a little
it was
thing.
terrible. There's a whole story about someone stealing it, and
Yeah.
there's a whole story about it.
It was like a
It's
documentary.
crazy, yeah.
Nice looking trophy though.
But apparently once
Small.
there's like a thing that like once you win the trophy 3 times, they change it. And it's like whoever gets the third win with the same trophy, they take it home to their country.
Whoa.
So like Brazil took one home, and I think if Germany wins another one, they get to keep this one. And then a new one is made.
Wow, never heard of that.
You heard it here first, guys.
This is breaking news.
Could be made up. You don't know.
Made up. This is what I heard in grade 8. If we're wrong, we'll...
Wait, you heard in grade 8.
Who told you?
from
Your
grade
history
8?
teacher?
Some guy made that up.
Doesn't matter, they're facts. I heard someone told me.
Little Juan on the playground told me.
Let's get into the Champions League.
Do you say so?
Big week. PSG takes down Barca. That was pretty embarrassing.
Well, it depends who you like.
That's true. I mean, Barca's just...
Yeah, they came off a big win. They're flying high for a minute.
Yeah, PSG's turning down. Do you think they'll make a comeback like they did the other year?
Who knows,
It's
man?
PSG.
Big
They
ass.
could.
The big ass.
I'll tell you what. Maybe they'll win the Champions League if they put Danilo in, because I tuned into the whole game.
He comes on in the 80th, like every game.
What the fuck?
He didn't even need to come on.
Yeah, he
it
came on in the 85th. He made the pass to Draxler, who sent it to Mbappe for that last goal.
For the
Amazing.
Hattie. Set up the Hattie.
Amazing.
Set up the Hattie, yeah.
He started that whole thing.
Cheers.
He set up the Hattie.
Another game that
He's
they...
gonna play himself into the Euro team. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Leipzig take on Liverpool, 2-0. Liverpool fan?
You tune in?
Did you
Yeah,
watch
I
it?
tuned in.
Are you a fan?
Was it
Yeah, I watch
exciting?
it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it wasn't bad. No, it wasn't the craziest game. I don't know.
The goals were the same.
Liverpool were like pretty dominant the whole game. It was just like it felt like it was a matter of time before they scored. But having said that, the whole year has seemed like that, and then they haven't produced. So to see them actually produce was refreshing.
Wow.
In the
Hold your
least, it's probably one of the most exciting games, but I had no interest to watch it. It was the Dortmund Sevilla, which Haaland just fucking crushing it.
No one's watching
Well, I mean,
that.
they're going up. The other game's Porto Juve. I'm gonna watch Porto Juve.
Okay, let's get to Porto Juve.
Yeah, two early goals in each half. Taremi picking up the scraps from that terrible back pass from Betancourt, and then Marega with the Manafa assist, like right in the 46th. Sergio Oliveira got the man of the match, which is nice.
Yep.
Hey.
They ran like crazy. They limited what Juve could do. I don't want to say I'm a genius, but I think I would send a couple group chats that Porto was going to win this game. So
Prove it. Post the group chat.
it'll be on the Instagram.
Yeah. We want to see your text conversations.
I mean, I remember you saying
No,
that.
I
It's
swear
like, if
last
there-
week you said that Juve was gonna kill them.
No.
Justin said if there's any year that Porto can beat Juve, it's probably this year.
All right, kudos.
I don't think much
Yeah,
of
the exact
Juve.
quote.
Juve,
Yeah.
their team.
They looked really bad that game.
They did. Ronaldo was super quiet. They got lucky that they got that goal in the 80th. With
That goal is
Chiesa.
huge, yeah.
That
That's
goal might be
so
key.
important. Definitely. I don't know. I got memories of Porto playing Ronaldo in United again when they got that one win, but
1-0. 1-0 puts Juve through, which, you know,
it's not
is a
not
realistic
enough.
result.
It's a big ass.
They need to go there and score.
Yeah.
But they don't have to, actually. They can hold 0-0. But they you know.
probably won't.
Sergio Oliveira was all over the place. He was did bits for them. He was great.
He's their guy.
Yeah.
That's slow.
Even the announcer said his name a few times. Like I think he was the best player on the
Yeah.
pitch.
He got man of the match.
Yeah.
He's a gem.
And the defense held up really well too. Pep, on his
Yeah.
little buddy Ronaldo. They didn't have much.
Yeah,
They
man.
got
Their other
that
center
shot.
back,
Could have just
Mbemba.
as easily missed.
Mbemba, he's killing it, man. He's actually a really exciting center back to watch. Him and like Ruben Diaz, like actually like started just paying attention and watching them specifically in games.
Do you remember?
Do you remember? That's good right there. Yeah, that's good.
That's what this podcast is all about, man.
Just coming up with songs.
Yeah.
We all just bust into song.
There's some. Yeah. Anytime you got one, just go with it.
Now I'm gonna keep thinking about it.
Yeah, you just open up the floodgates.
No, it's gotta be natural.
Oh, do you know what happened when Mbappe scored that hat trick? He took Pauletta's
Boo.
Oh, you bitch.
Pauletta was the number 3 goal scorer in all competitions for Paris, and with 109 goals, and Mbappe takes the lead.
And now he's number 4, eh?
Yeah, and I'm sure soon enough he'll beat out Zlatan and Cavani. Zlatan with
Pauletta, no, he can't score any more goals. He can't catch
Cavani
up.
has 200 goals.
That's crazy. Even
And Mbappe's gonna leave before he gets that.
Yeah.
I don't know. He might stay.
It's all about the money.
Pauletta did well in Paris, man. He got 2 golden boots with Paris and 1 with Bordeaux.
He retired as their number 1 goal scorer. Look.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's only got passed lately by Cavani, Ibra, and Mbappe. The question is, will he get passed by Neymar? Do you guys think? 20 more goals? Neymar doesn't play enough.
Definitely.
He would have
Neymar's just
passed
gonna stay
him.
there.
He's injured all the time.
No,
He just
wait.
seems
He only
like
has to score. Do the quick math here. 28. No, less.
I mean, if he's
27.
there for another 2 seasons, he will. But 1 season would be a big ask. And then Pauletta's even.
Not for what
the
he's
third-
getting paid. He should do it in one.
He should.
Yeah.
And then Pauletta's also 3rd in most captaincies
Yeah,
behind Thiago Silva.
I guess he retired as number 2. A legend.
Legend.
I walked all the way across the Parc des Princes to find the picture of Pauletta outside of it because I got pictures of every single player. I did a whole lap. It's a nice stadium.
Oh, yeah.
It's in the middle of the suburbs of Paris.
In the burbs.
I was
Yeah.
when I was
There's
It's
people-
Mississauga.
Yeah.
The way they build stadiums over there, it's there's houses right across the street. You know what I mean? Well, I guess that's all most
Well,
places.
a lot of.
Have you ever seen like?
I guess I'm thinking of Toronto where everything's just condos downtown, so it's
Yeah.
you can't.
Have you ever seen the Liverpool stadium and it's Everton's across a little bit away, but it's just houses in between. It's insane.
Yeah, dude.
That's
where
all
the,
stadiums
That's
in
where the
Britain.
Beatles grew up, right there.
Ooh, with Haaland scoring, both him and Mbappe. This is a huge thing online. Is between those two, they're the future Ronaldo and Messi. They have a shocking amount of goals for their age, and I think Haaland is the number 1 prime spot to beat Ronaldo's UCL tally.
I don't know.
He's the only player that I'm afraid that could do it. That guy's a fucking goal machine.
Well,
man.
the thing is that all these young strikers, they come out strong. It's the thing with Ronaldo is even when he's older, he still crushed it, right?
He started slow.
Compared to Haaland.
Yeah. Here are
Well,
the
goal
stats. scoring.
scoring. He turned into a goal machine later on, right?
Yeah.
Before he was creative, he was taking players on, he was, and then he was just especially that last year in Manchester, turning it into the first year in Madrid, he was just goals, stats,
Yeah.
stats, robot.
But between 2002 when he was at Sporting and then he goes to Manchester in 03, between
Yeah, he
02
didn't
and
score at
06,
all in
he
those
didn't even
years.
hit 10 goals in those
But he was a
seasons.
winger. He wasn't even.
He was more of a winger.
He wasn't even a striker.
He was training to become the machine that he was.
So there's those two machines, right?
That's right.
Ronaldo and Messi. But some people are saying it depends because it might just go back to a time before Ronaldo and Messi, where it's just there's a lot of different players. There's different people every year in the running for Ballon d'Or. There's 10 guys who are you would say are the top, but there's no top of the top. There's no one even higher than them, right? Like we have right now with Messi and Ronaldo. Or it could lead to maybe the mentality just becomes, if you're one of these guys, it's not good enough to be just in that group. Now that, mentally they'll push themselves to be the Ronaldo and the Messi. And then the guys with the talent will, so then maybe there will always be, right? That talisman kind of guy. Because before that there was Pele, Maradona.
Yeah, it's they
Ronaldo
set
and Messi.
they set a new bar, right?
Yeah.
And it's
But
Now everyone has to reach
What
the
about
bar.
Zidane?
yeah.
Right, but
that's the thing,
Zidane is not he was one of the top players of his time, probably maybe the best of his generation, but he wasn't, no one was saying Zidane's the greatest player I've ever seen in my life. When Maradona was playing, people said that about Maradona.
See,
When
but
Pele was playing,
I
people
think
said
that's
that about
because
Pele.
Zidane didn't score goals.
Right. He wasn't a stat machine.
He was like the most solid, perfect player that was in the midfield, and he was just beautiful playmaker, amazing to watch. But like
people were in awe of him, certainly. But sorry.
But he wasn't like banking goals like Ronaldo and Messi are.
Yeah,
and that's just
and that's why he isn't as cool.
He did go out on the.
He had a good shaved head though, like Evan.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. But yeah, like the 10 years before Ronaldo and Messi is like the Ballon d'Or was actually so interesting. Like Figo,
that's what I kind of meant.
Crazy.
You had like Nedved winning and like all those like random.
That's what I kind of meant. There's like a rotation of guys who like whoever had the best year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then it just became a two-legged race. I saw this.
Which was fun for a while.
So Ronaldo has 763 career goals. Haaland would have to score 44 goals a year until he's 35 to match him, and Mbappe would have to hit 48 a year.
It's so funny to you.
I mean, I don't think
Suckers.
44 goals a year? That's insane, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at Ronaldo's record here, he's got, the year with 48. He doesn't even have...
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's so many factors, though. It might be able to do it, you know what I mean? If he transfers to a big team that has a lot of offense, Barcelona, Madrid, one of those English teams.
No, but I think like, the harder if you go to the Premier League or the Spanish League, like the competition is higher. He's not going to score as much.
Yeah, but
and he has to adapt to a whole other playing style.
But now that people have that in their head, right? Injuries are another thing, right? Like Ronaldo and Messi have almost never been injured, right? That's huge.
Not for long stretches.
Yeah, and it's that old thing of like no one had beaten this certain amount of time for like a human to beat like something in a mile or whatever, one of those long distance things. And then once one person beat it, like a bunch of people beat it right after, and no one had done it in the history of humanity, right? So it's like once people see that something is achievable or they can fathom it, then it's easily breakable, right?
I feel like when we got to the 2000s, sport got a lot more scientific and more serious, and it's like this new age of like proper diets, like all the players are on the same thing, they're on the same workout regimen, and it's just broken down to a science, and it's like while these guys are the first two to like really crush it, the phenomenon might like just continue and maybe even get boring.
Like imagine something like Maradona, right? Like if you watch the Maradona documentary, he said in one of his later years at Napoli, he's banging rails from the day after the game until about Thursday, and then once it hits Thursday, then he's like completely changing like his diet and his thing, and he's like not partying, and then to get ready for the game on Sunday. So then he gave himself like 2 or 3 days, right? So imagine if all week he was just like in top condition.
Yeah, he was actually serious.
But he didn't have
going vegan, Tom Bradying it.
But he didn't have to because there was no one better than him. He was already at the top. Well, if you're already the king, why are you going to push yourself higher up the mountain, right?
Well, he also had a drug addiction.
Right. Well, that too. Yeah. There's that too. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the Europa League. Get the boring games out of the way.
Sure.
Okay.
Milan.
Why even bring them up?
We have to. We're the corner.
We're the corner.
Right. If we're in the corner, we might as well look
AC
at everything.
Milan played.
Apparently, it's Red Star Belgrade.
That's Red Star in Serbian.
Yeah.
Well,
I like
they
that.
really
Had to look that
screwed
shit
the
up.
pooch on that game.
A Serbian guy told me.
They were up. They were up 2-1.
Serbian bus driver.
They were up 2-1. Red Star got a red card, and still managed to tie the game. Leão and Dalot got subbed on in the second half.
To try and save them, probably.
Too little, too late.
If you ask me, yeah.
Lille and Ajax, Renato and Fonte started 2-1. They took the lead, and then Ajax at some point in the second half just scored 2 goals like back to back.
It was right at the end. That was like heartbreaking. They had the game wrapped up, and you win 1-0 at home. All you have to do is go to Ajax and score. They lost. They got scored on twice in the last 10 minutes.
Ouchie.
Which I mean, I was expecting.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of expect Ajax to take it from the start, but the fact that it was like there was that glimmer of hope.
That's smart.
Mourinho goes to Wolfsberger, which I thought.
Wait a timeout.
It's not even Wolfsburg.
It's not a burger, man.
No, but it's not like the German Wolfsburg. It's like I don't
It's
even know.
burger. It's Austrian.
Whoa,
It's
there's another Wolfsburg.
It's a step down, yeah. And they just
Bird probably means town, and wolf means wolf. It's like this is the town with all the wolves in it.
It's the Wolf McDouble.
Yeah.
It's the Wolverhampton of Austria. Tottenham just ran all over them. Bale managed to score a goal. It was actually pretty nice. Your boy Vinicius.
Cool.
Yeah, you got a tappy.
Are you guys excited for him to come back eventually, or are you?
He's better than Seferovic.
That's true. I would take Vinicius over Seferovic any day.
I'd take anyone, actually. I'd take myself. They should start me.
Put him in, coach.
Braga lost 2-0 to Roma. That was pretty sad to watch. Yeah, no, Roma got the early goal, and Braga was actually pushing pretty hard, and then Esgaio got a red card.
How many games did you watch?
I don't know, I flipped back and forth.
I'll tell you what.
This guy's seen everything.
Braga's down 2-0. They can turn it around. I believe. They've had some crazy results in European ties. Like they just show up.
They've been playing good in the league too. Yeah, Paisan.
Catching fire, man. That kid's on fire.
My Paisan.
But yeah, it was like they look pretty good, and they're lucky they only got away with the 2.
Roma's a good team.
I don't think they'll go to Roma and win, but I think if they had kept 11 men, they would have put up a fight and maybe even tied that.
I want to put this out here now. I think they can go back to Roma and win.
Hey,
I think they can do it.
Hey, I think so too.
Yeah.
Wow, Evan's
putting
the
that on the
only one who
record.
doesn't believe in Braga winning.
I want them to do it. It's a big ask.
Next week, Evan comes in back here. I told you. They lost 6-0.
There's throw some side bets on this.
No, I'm like you, Justin. Every time you say something, the week after, the opposite happens.
Exactly.
So.
But this week, Chris is making some predictions. I like that.
Yeah. Throw it out there. Why not?
I just say things. No one remembers.
Betting? Yeah. No one's even listening to this thing anyways.
Yeah, baby. Big game for you guys. Arsenal, Benfica. What's your breakdown on this?
Oh, I gotta break it down.
Yeah, break it down.
Break it
Benfica
down.
boys.
Break it down.
We had a PT goal from the spot, and then Saka. Saka
Hey.
assisted by Cedric.
Benfica did well. They went toe-to-toe with them. Well, Arsenal had way better chances and more chances, but
Yeah.
it was 1-1. It's a good result.
They got that speed.
Yeah.
Waldschmidt was back.
Yeah, he only played a half though, then they took him off. I think so. Now what they have to do is like they got to go in there and score a goal. 1-1 isn't good enough.
Go back
Yeah,
to
well-
Arsenal's home stadium in Athens.
Yeah, that's right.
What they gotta do is they gotta win at the second leg.
Yes.
Well put, Patrick.
Good analysis.
Great.
They just got a penalty shot. Wait, other than that penalty shot, I don't remember them having any good
Yeah,
chances.
I don't really either.
No, nothing great.
Wait up. So they're playing in Greece for the second
So
leg?
the first game they played, where were they? Romania?
Rome.
What was those?
Romania?
Some of the letters.
I've got Romania.
Romania.
So it's
the
like
ultimate place to play.
So it's like a COVID thing because
These
Yeah,
countries
it's-
can't
yeah.
visit each other, yeah.
so they went to Rome.
It's like go
So-
infect Italy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, so they're coming from a hot place where there's a lot of cases, and they're gonna go to a neutral country which doesn't have a lot of cases and possibly infect them. And,
Different countries have different rules, and yeah.
It just seems like a ridiculous.
Whatever they can do to fucking play these games that I can watch, all right?
As long as I
Yeah.
can watch them play, and they're
I'm
playing the
paying a
games.
monthly fee to watch
paying
these games.
Danzig.
Yeah.
Which has ads, by the way, now. What the fuck is happening?
What are you gonna do in between halftime and 4 games? Who cares?
You want to watch ads?
I don't want to, but
You pay $20 to not have the ads.
This
It's-
guy's pro ads because he
okay,
wants ads
it's
on the
slowly,
podcast.
It's slowly.
Dude, if you watch 45 minutes of straight soccer and then their players are taking a break anyways, and then you watch 45 minutes of straight soccer again, what does it matter what's
Get some dumbass like us to talk for a second.
Good idea,
Yeah.
Dazzin. You listen?
we pay them $20 a month. They don't even have like some kind of halftime show or something. Like
What do you want, the Rolling Stones to roll out?
Exactly.
I don't want a fucking ad for McDonald's. Like, dude, I don't know. It's just slowly seeping in every watch. Your Netflix
Yeah.
is gonna have an ad. Your fucking everywhere's
That's-
gonna have one.
Yeah, the Netflix
Yeah, I can't watch a
has
music
ads.
video on YouTube without seeing 3 ads nowadays.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Because YouTube wants you to pay for the premium. Everyone's like, we're not paying for this.
No,
Premium.
does anyone
No.
pay for that?
Who would?
Stay
Because
true to
no,
who
but
you
they
were.
want, but they want to bombard you with so many ads. It's uncomfortable
Yeah.
Yeah.
to not have the premium.
It's
right?
for the weirdos that like to watch vloggers and stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
what it's for.
Oh yeah, there's some people that are really into you.
At the restaurant that I
So
work at,
strange.
we used to play music through the Spotify, but the restaurant was too cheap to buy the
Hey,
Spotify.
that's where I work too. Same thing.
So every
Hey, we work at the same place.
so every once in a while, it's like it's just the most annoying ad, and I could
It's so
tell.
loud.
I could tell. Yeah, they up the volume, and then they make it more grating. So like the actual ad copy you listen to is very annoying, and it's like
Oh,
people are trying to eat dinner and on like a Saturday night, and they're being bombarded with that. I was like,
Yeah.
this place is embarrassing. Then the best one is that the ad where it goes, for only like a free trial of $1 a month or something like that, some crazy low price, and they're like,
You can get rid of this annoying ad.
yeah, you're like,
Yeah, exactly.
you're like, this dinner costs $25. How can they not buy it? Everyone in here is getting one.
Dude, where I worked, people would come up to me like, do you want me to share my Spotify with you? Like, I'll give you my Spotify if it means
put
every
it in
time I
right
come
now.
here, I don't have to hear these ads. And we're like, dude, don't ruin this. Right? Business is good.
But in Saga, it was because it was a dive bar. There's like the funny aspect of it. I mean, you still wouldn't prefer to not have them, but there's I don't know. There's the comedic aspect of like, you know where you are.
All right, so back to Benfica. They played 5 at the back, which is interesting. George Jesus, in a big game, he always tries to switch something up or like does something the other team isn't expecting.
It's more like-
and then
it's
they
more like
just
3.
smash them. Huh?
It's more like 3, like Evan says.
Well, they had the 3 center backs and then the wingers.
It's 5 at the
I
back.
always say 5 at the
They
back
flip-flop.
because the 2 outside up and down wingers, they're coming back on defense.
Yeah.
And they make it so that's 5 at the back. And then so the 2 middle guys aren't like on their own. They have a 3rd guy. So it's just more support, and it made sense for Arsenal. But now you have to score a goal. So I say, for me, the lineup should be Verissimo, who played really well.
I was gonna say Verissimo's great.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, he played great.
I think Otamendi rather than Vertonghen. His form is really risen. He's like good. Then on the wing, I would put this guy. I don't train with the team, so I don't know. But just like from watching,
I thought you did.
I'd take a chance on Nuno Tavares because like he's fast, but he
like
has
Nuno.
played. He has Patrick knows he's had some dog shit games.
He
And
played
then-
good on yesterday.
And then I guess Gilberto on the other side. But in the middle,
Where's Grimaldo?
oh no, Grimaldo. Sorry, yeah, Grimaldo and Nuno Tavares. Then in the middle,
What? They play the same position.
throw him on the other side.
No.
Come on, what do you mean
Tavares
no?
is young. He can adapt. He can learn a different wing.
He's very left-footed. Why would you do that?
Okay, you can cut in.
Cut in, man. Yeah.
Cut it in. Cut
He's done
in.
it before. You're right. He's done it before.
That's something. Is it? In the middle, you gotta take off Tarap. This guy's dog shit. This guy sucks so bad. He is ruining the team. I would put Pizzi and Weigl. Then on the wings, I'd put Everton and then Rafa on the other side, and then in the up top,
That sounds like an exciting.
Darwin and Waldschmidt. Not
feel like if I ever-
Seferovic, but we'll see. I don't know where Waldschmidt. Sometimes he was playing as a striker earlier on in the season. Then they dropped him back to like a center attacking mid.
If I was ever making a FIFA team and using Benfica, I would probably do the same thing.
Okay,
I like
that's how I came up with that actually. I'm kidding.
It all goes through the FIFA.
Patrick, what do you think?
Yeah, that's the lineup I would use.
Oh yeah, shit, nailed it. All right.
Don't ask me.
All right. Yeah, there's a bunch of other.
You got nothing to
games.
say about Tarap's terrible performance?
He's terrible, yeah. He's
I don't
the
know, I
worst
saw
player
him
I've
on the
ever seen
weekend.
in my entire life.
I joined in on the weekend to watch the end of the France game because I had some money on it. And I don't know, Tarap was doing some interesting stuff.
This guy belongs in like futsal. He does like nutmegs, and then
Yeah.
people think he's amazing. Like, and then he does like a terrible fucking pass.
Yeah, he'll like pass it too hard, and then like if you're center mid, you got to be kind of like everywhere, like Sergio Oliveira was, making crisp passes, taking the ball off people. He can't do that.
Center mid passing has to be your game. It has to be your strong suit.
Yeah,
He likes
Yeah.
to be a fancy boy.
But
He's
he
trying to be fancy.
But he also goes
Run
for,
through a bunch of guys.
I like a player who like Bruno Fernandes takes a chance on a pass and he kind of like pinpoints a target, right? Or like send in some through balls. Adel Tarap, he likes to do that and he likes to make a killer pass, but like he can't. You know what I mean? It just
Yeah.
gets stopped. You're just giving up possession at that point.
He's got good movement, but he can't finish a play properly.
He's got to be smarter with his passes.
Well, and we've seen it all year because he's played the majority of the year. What's the main problem with Benfica? They have all these players.
Yeah.
It's finishing.
They can't score. So
Nunez seems like he's on fire.
He's doing bad lately. Seferovic is a pylon. You can't finish. He can't pass.
It's the worst.
He's just there to be a finisher, and he can't finish.
do we want to talk a little bit about Arsenal? They played well. They played a some would say a not full strength team on the weekend because they're going for this, right? Like this is
This
their
is the only thing they have.
tournament, and I think they kind of. I'm worried Arsenal used that first game as like a feeling out game, and now they realize Benfica doesn't have shit, so they're gonna be like, just go for it. Like we can kill these guys, right?
Yeah,
So
Blood in the water.
They honestly, they look good against City on the weekend.
Yeah, they weren't bad.
I thought they were gonna come back. I thought City couldn't put in any more goals, and I thought Arsenal was gonna do it get an attack on that sleeping City team.
City didn't play well, though.
Just that first minute.
But
How do you let Sterling score that header?
It just goes to show you that like City on a bad day can still take a win.
Yeah.
That's the scary thing. That's the scary thing.
That's the
They,
thing.
they chalk up that goal, and then Ruben Diaz just locks it down.
Ruben.
Okay, last game of Europa League, we're going to talk about Man United and Real Sociedad.
They're through.
They just steamrolled them, man.
Yeah, they're through.
4-0. That was brutal. But 2 goals for Bruno.
Very nice.
Good midweek performance. And yeah, I think they're coasting, which was surprising. Sociedad's like, they're up there in Spain. They're pushing for a spot for something.
Nah.
It's Manchester United. But
Shit.
they can take the next game off. That's good for them.
Yeah, you can get some rest.
Who are they going to rest? Bruno?
I don't know. Bruno's
Someone.
chasing Ronaldo's goal records, like we talked about earlier. So maybe he might
could
want to
probably-
play. He wants to play every game.
He could
I'm sure.
probably pass Ronaldo's United record. He's up there already.
He's gonna stay there longer, probably.
This week's Battle of the Players.
Is that what it's
Really
called?
gosh,
Battle of the Players?
I don't know. What do you want to call it?
It's different every
You
week.
got the combat zone on there.
They have to fight. Okay, who would win in a straight up fight? I don't know.
Bruno Fernandes, Rui Costa.
Bruno Fernandes is a pretty skinny guy. I don't know.
Bruno Fernandes.
So comparing eras, Bruno Fernandes, Rui Costa, who's the better player? Rui Costa is my idol. I'm wearing his jersey right now. The guy's a legend.
He's got better dangles, I'll say that.
I was
That
watching.
guy can dangle.
I was watching some Costa highlights, and he likes that cheese bar.
Yeah.
He likes to hit that cheese bar, and
He's
it is
nasty.
He's got some great goals.
He's
back.
very Bruno's a good player as well, right? Like, but Rui Costa
Bruno
is
has
like
cheese bars.
Rui Costa is like a stylish player. Like Rui Costa had the short socks with the shin guard coming out.
That, yeah.
He had the long hair. He like
He had great hair, yeah.
he looked really elegant. He smoked cigarettes. Everyone knew. Like he's just a cooler guy.
That is true.
A
but
sicker man's.
I
Yeah.
think that's the difference of just like the era then and now, where it's like the sports science.
Yeah, back what we were talking about earlier, right? If
Yeah.
Rui Costa played today's game where it's like strict diet, everything is about goals, like he would stop making passes and just like learn how to like just score a million goals from midfield, right? But he liked setting up. Him and Batistuta was like legendary tandem combination on Fiorentina, right?
Who would be a flair player that kind of like nonchalant, like just happy to set up?
Bruno's kind of that. He likes making a killer pass, like we
Yeah,
talked
But I
about.
feel like he just had like, not that Rui Costa didn't have a drive, but there's like a relaxedness about his play.
Yeah,
Like, who-
Calma.
yeah.
Calma.
Yeah. Who's that like calm style of player now?
Tranquilo.
No one, you can't be. Everything's about results now,
It
right?
is.
I mean, here we're talking about Rui Costa. He's a guy who spent the majority of his best years of his career. I think you saw on like probably you were watching those highlight videos. We're on Fiorentina.
Yeah.
At the time, Serie A was what like England is now, where it's like there's like 6 great teams and they all have a chance of winning the league, right? But if he had played on like Milan his entire career, or if he had played in like Barcelona or Real Madrid, the guy would have won the Ballon d'Or. I like guarantee
Yeah.
that. There's also like time of the mentality of like it wasn't so trophy driven, right? Like they were happy to win. Obviously, they were going for it and they were happy to win Coppa Italia's. But like at the end of his Fiorentina time, he was like, okay, I would like to win the Scudetto, so let me go to Milan.
Because there's also the thing of like, at that time, 10 years ago, what they started getting paid, it wasn't the same thing. And what players are getting paid today, like there's not that pressure of what you get paid to play soccer. For them, it was like, I'm making money and I'm playing soccer for a living. Like I can live a good life and just like,
Yeah, I'm
The-
sure they wanted to get
the
top
skill,
contract.
the skill
but-
comes out from, the most talented players.
yeah.
But if you're not like vying for that, then yeah.
But I think Ronaldo changed it. Like, what you hear Bruno talk, and he talks about his time now in Manchester United. It's just he's like always talking about trophies, winning things, scoring goals, and that's what kind of. It's not the game has been reduced to, but it's like it's much more of a front of the mind focus. I'm sure on Fiorentina every year at the beginning of the year, him and Batistuta were like, yeah, we're gonna win the Scudetto.
Yeah, if you're on United, you have to be thinking like that.
That's true.
You're supposed to be winning titles. You're on Manchester United.
That is true.
And he wants to be the one that brings them back to where they're supposed to be.
Bruno's never
That's
won
good,
a
yeah.
league championship, which
Yeah.
I mean he's been at Sporting for a while, and then before that he was at Udinese and Sampdoria.
Yeah.
So he
Now
wasn't
the-
even supposed to.
Now the idiot Benfica fans will be like, Bruno sucks because he was on Sporting all those years, they didn't win a title, and now Sporting, look at Sporting now, better without him, now they're gonna win the championship. They don't need him, he's fucking shit.
Bruno carried that shitty Gudeli team.
Yeah.
And, like,
That
Ristovski.
for so long.
There's a clip on what was it? I think it was on the internet where after they won one of those cups, they won cups, right? Like,
They won the toss of the Porto.
They won
Yeah.
a couple tosses, so
Yeah.
it's not
and the
nothing.
league. The toss
For
of the
Sporting,
league.
that's a lot. That's a big trophy for Sporting.
Shots fired.
Yeah, that was true.
It's
But-
big for anyone, but yeah, it's big for.
It's something.
But there
It's
was
something
a,
for Sporting to win.
they were doing that famous soccer guy thing where the one player takes the mic and he interviews his teammate. They all do it, and he interviewed Ristovski, and then Ristovski said, I think in Portuguese, "Don't go or else we're fucked."
he was wrong. I
He
mean,
was wrong.
They found Pedro Gonzalez, and he's doing it.
They have a lot of Paulinho though. They have a good team.
Bruno's got 85 career goals between club and country. Rui Costa retired with 92.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
No, it's just the different sort of
Different era.
Different style.
same thing. If you look at Figo's goal numbers, are like they're nothing. He was
Yeah,
scoring like he was happy to score like 10 goals a year or something, right?
Yeah, that is-
But how many goals did ask yourself how many goals did fucking Batistuta score of Rui Costa setting him up, right? So
How many
Yeah, he's like a
how many goals did
playmaker.
he make happen?
He makes it happen. Yeah.
Yeah, you get those stats on there? Throw them up.
Throw those stats up.
throw up the stats of how many times Bruno Fernandes did the other. How many times did someone pass it and Rui Costa just let it go through his legs to the other guy behind him?
Yeah,
I want to see how
Dummy
many
goals. How many dummy assists are there?
How dumb is this guy?
What's funny is Rui Costa mainly lost his spot to Kaká
Yeah.
joining AC, which is fucking mind-blowing.
Yeah,
Because-
that AC Milan had all that talent on that
Yeah,
team. Well, they
really.
made it to 3 Champions League finals in like how many years, right?
Do we think Bruno will ever win a UCL?
Of course.
I don't know. I don't think he will.
What? This guy, how old
So
is he?
early, dude.
Yeah.
He's
Way too soon to say that.
He's not that young.
26?
No, I think he's 28.
Manchester, I'll tell you what needs to happen is Manchester
makes
United's
sense, 28.
ownership needs to smarten up, put better players on that team, and then maybe hire a real coach. Possibly could.
Oh, no, he is
Could
They're
help
doing
them.
okay, though. They're doing okay, man.
he is 26.
Oh, I fucking nailed it.
This,
Got it.
this podcast is about throwing something out there. Someone guesses it and seeing who's right.
Yeah.
That's what we're all about.
I knew it.
Throw
No, I
it in
knew
each
it.
other's faces.
I don't think he can win it.
The Portuguese way to talk about something.
I don't think he can win a
Oh,
Champions
imagine
League.
if our dads were on this, they'd be yelling at each other about some dumb shit.
Like, no, those 2 streets, this street goes like this, and there's a bakery on the other side.
No, it's not there!
It used to be.
That street doesn't meet that street!
They changed it in 1992.
Now it's a one-way.
It's all.
The bakery closed!
Yeah, other than that, Rui Costa, I mean, he never managed to win anything with Portugal. Bruno Fernandes has a
Nobody managed to win anything with
Nations
Portugal.
has a Nations League trophy.
Okay, they didn't invent that for Rui Costa to win. It's bullshit.
Yeah, dude, imagine they had that
Can't
back
compare
in the
that.
day.
Yeah.
Rui Costa would have like 4 of them.
I'm just comparing.
Actually, Rui Costa won the Under-20 World Cup or something for Portugal.
I think he was on that team, yeah.
He
Probably.
He scored
That
the
was-
winning
that was-
penalty against Brazil.
That was the golden generation. Rui
That was
Costa
sick.
only ever won 2 leagues. He won with Benfica and he won with AC Milan.
Yeah, AC Milan wasn't a league team. They would, yeah.
They just go for the Champions League. And then, yeah, like you were saying,
2
he
finals.
Spent a lot of time at Fiorentina, so.
Yeah.
So they didn't really win
Couple
anything.
Coppa Italias.
Yeah, great careers. I don't know.
I think Bruno has time to, no offense, crush Rui Costa.
Yeah, same.
Really?
Yeah.
In the hearts and minds of people, I think people
Well,
are
the
like,
hearts is different.
he'll never win me over.
Statistically.
No,
yeah,
I like-
sure, you're gay for Rui Costa. That's not gonna change.
Yeah, it's
Bruno
true.
can't win you over. Your heart's already made up.
Well, if you're
Yeah.
comparing it to Bruno can win me over. I like Bruno. I think he's a good player. I like watching him when he plays on Portugal, which is where I care about most.
He's never been that exciting for
He
me.
hasn't really played that well. His passes kind of misfire, and like his shots are not like maybe he feels an added pressure. I don't know, but he hasn't taken his club form to the country yet. But I would like to see it because obviously that benefits everyone. I hope he fucking
Maybe
blows everyone out of the water.
Maybe when
Right?
Ronaldo retires, he will like take on the pressure and kind of.
I'm gonna predict this right now. Ronaldo's not gonna retire
No.
as long as Bruno Fernandes plays. That's for the
That might be
entire
true.
12 more seasons.
I think Ronaldo can go till he's like 42.
No.
But
Colin
even- but-
Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, but at
Yeah,
that
because
time
he's got
he'll
the
be
heading. But what if he loses that leap? He just scored 2 amazing headed goals today.
I bet on him to score the hat trick.
Oh, he had chances too. Dude, you see how many chances he had
my
that
God.
game?
Yeah, he missed.
When he missed that goal right before half, and he's like, He's like, oh, he got so mad, he was like slamming the ground, and then he looked at like the linesman and was like, he's like, it was offside, right? And they're like, no, not offside. He's like, oh, fuck,
Double fuck.
yeah, he's even more mad. That made me laugh.
Alrighty, me and Chris are Bruno. Justin's clearly Rui Costa. Where do you stand?
Wow.
Patrick? Pressure's on,
Yeah,
buddy.
dude. Are you
Am I thinking with my heart or my dick?
Dick says Bruno?
Dick says Rui Costa. That hair is beautiful.
I got one more thing to say. Add to Rui Costa. Rui Costa right now, apparently for Benfica, is like ruining his legacy. People really want him out.
Well, people just hate the president, and he's working for the president.
And they're like, he's the president's puppet.
What, you want him to resign? And
Yeah, I don't
then-
know what else they want from him. He's on the bench every game, which is it's always nice to see
He
him.
needs
But
to get paid.
Yeah, he's getting paid. I mean, he's trying.
he brought them back in the last years he's spent on Benfica. He was probably one of their best players, but they didn't do very well during those years. But then once he retired, he was the one who like brought in all these guys. He brought in like Amar and Saviola, and then they had a really good stretch for a while.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what we're learning.
So he did a lot for the club. Like if you're Benfica, you gotta love Rui Costa, even though right now people are not happy with him.
Anyways, so Patrick, where do you stand?
Oh, is it like who's better?
What does your heart say?
I guess like this is our golden generation. These are the best players we've ever had. So I guess Bruno.
You gotta pick a game to win tomorrow. Your life depends on it.
You're making your.
Well, if I'm picking a
You're
team-
making
Your
flip
life
team.
depends on it. Current Bruno or Rui Costa at his prime.
Right now,
Who do you pick to start?
I'm gonna pick Rui Costa.
Rui Costa was in like Nike ads. He was in like Adidas ads, Pepsi ads.
So we're split on that.
Fine, I'll go Rui Costa, Benfica guy.
We're a Rui Costa family.
For you guys listening, Justin was noogieing Patrick.
I pointed a swirly.
Pointed a pretend gun at him.
Okay, let's move on. The exciting Liga NOS, actually.
Chris's favorite league.
Chris's favorite.
Hey, I got the box.
You're
guys.
watching the games.
I'm watching now. I'm
The
watching now. I had it on today.
Which game did you watch? Porto?
I watched Porto today.
Oh, nice.
Sporting's got a
And I
commanding.
had Sporting on yesterday.
Wow.
They got 10
I gotta keep
points.
up with these guys.
They got 10 points up right now, Sporting on Porto.
It's done,
They're
baby.
running away with
I think
it.
it's done.
It's done.
I hope it's done.
They haven't lost the last 5 games straight.
Porto is
Because
never.
Benfica's not gonna win it.
And
Porto's never out of it.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of Porto
But-
through the years, and they're never out of it.
Porto, Braga, and
No.
Benfica, they all have the problem with the Europa League, or not.
Yeah.
With the Europe hangovers, which might start taking effect. I didn't know if Porto was going to win it today, but they managed to.
Honestly,
sneak
this
that
shit's easy for Sporting.
Porto
I watch them, it's like they
barely
win
won.
easily.
Yeah.
They did their little fucking penalty shit that they always do.
in. Yeah. Little Francisco. He was just getting. He was just getting.
Is that the soundboard you're gonna play whenever I talk about Porto?
Yeah.
I was very scared they would not win today against Maritimo. That tying goal, and then it's just like kept getting later and later, and then eventually we got that 89th minute penalty, which
Always happens.
questionable. I don't know. There's a lot of calls that the refs ignored. A lot of hard Porto fans have been like, we've been getting fucked for the last like.
I saw a stat.
2 weeks that Porto's like the fans have just.
They
been
have
losing it.
by far the most penalties in the league.
They-
By like 10 maybe or something.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that really influences a ref when like the entire team like stops playing and gathers around them and like is on them? But they have the VAR now, right?
feel
So
like
they can
with
check the
VAR
VAR.
Yeah.
They
Or
could
the
be
refs just,
calm and
like-
check it,
The
yeah.
ref's just like, shut up.
Yeah.
Talk to them.
I don't know how much that affects them, but like
There was one moment Corona was like trying to get a penalty called. Nothing happened to him. No one touched him, and
They're
he,
always doing that.
It
Even
was-
the
it
biggest
was so
guy in the world,
embarrassing.
Marega, he falls down so easily.
But he I don't know. He knows it was what 2 weeks ago, and like someone had his arms like all the way around him, and he's like, "Okay, you're hugging me."
yeah.
In
I'm
the
Yeah.
falling down.
In the box, hugging me. You touched me with your pinky finger. I'm
Yeah.
falling down.
I did that in Toronto in the what do you call it league, that little house league we played in.
There were.
People weren't happy about
have
it.
refs?
No, they didn't. No. Oh yeah, we did have refs in that league.
Okay, I've never.
Or else
been to
there would have
refs.
been fights probably.
There were some times when I fell down. I was like, oh, I could have stayed up, but like the ref gave me the call because I'm a little guy and there's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
So like it looks like Francisco Conceição. It looks like I really got
Are
fouled.
you admitting to diving on this podcast right now?
I'll admit that once
When
it's,
you get hit, you're like kind
who to
of fall
win?
down. I
I'll
don't know.
admit that once it's in your kind of like instincts, once you like teach yourself to do it, not teach yourself to do it, but you kind of like know, like, this is hard enough for me to go down, or like, is it a touch?
Yeah.
You do go with it. You feel the shoulder, and then you go down.
There was, what was
You
I
don't
watching? I
you
think
know.
Aubameyang got manhandled by John Stones on the weekend. And he just, like, fell down, like, Stones pushed him out, and Aubameyang just, like, fell down and, like, slid.
saw
I remember that, yeah.
That was a body check.
Yeah.
It was.
That
but
should have been a free kick,
The
I
ref's
think.
like, nah.
He hit him way too hard. He stepped into it.
It did look like a foul, but...
And the announcers were like, oh, that's shoulder to shoulder. I'm like, that's way too hard, shoulder to
Is
shoulder.
shoulder? I don't know. There's part of me that's always like, especially for soccer, when it's like
The shoulder
and
to
in
shoulder.
The Premier League, it's like man up. Let's
I'm very physicality guy. I like physicality in the game, but
But
like...
the shoulder to shoulder is like the ball's in front of you, or like the ball's a 50-50 ball. You're protecting or maintaining your position. To step into him and like body check,
yeah.
to step
Yeah.
into it and take another step to take out the guy, that's a foul. Right?
You're taking him out, yeah.
Especially if like you winning the ball is questionable.
For the first time, I mean, I should admit this, but for the first time this week, I watched Porto really closely, right, with that Juve thing. And when did Uribe change his back of his name to Mateus? Now he goes by Mateus on the jersey.
It's Matthias Uribe.
Yeah, but it was always Uribe now.
People use their first names on their jerseys a lot.
All right, that's the biggest controversy of the week for me. I don't know. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
No, I got
Okay
bigger
with
things to worry about.
All right.
Whatever it wants to be called. Benfica
comfortable.
0-0 draw with Ferenc.
Yeah, good job for France. Yeah, I'm the France fan of the podcast.
Yeah, but actually, I'm happy that France got the point too.
That was best case scenario
That's
for
what it
you
comes-
guys.
They might get relegated.
Best case scenario is France wins and they fire George Jesus. That would have been better.
Yeah, I guess if Bittermar was playing Porto, I'd probably cheer on Bittermar. That was like when the Wolves started
guy's
doing well
problem.
in England.
You're a
and they were-
Bayamar fan.
When they played Chelsea, I was like, I kind of hope the Wolves beat Chelsea because fucking Nuno and the boys. So excited.
Yeah, Chelsea's shit.
How do you have an allegiance to Chelsea? I don't know.
The Mourinho years.
I follow Arsenal, but I don't fucking care. Like
Kind of the same
So
way.
bullet
especially-
gun to
especially
your
right
head.
now.
Arsenal versus Benfica. Who do you go for?
Benfica, what is that even a question?
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure.
See, the problem right now is that Porto Juve is like, I don't want to take Ronaldo out of the Champions League, but I do want to see Porto win.
Get the hell out of there.
Whoever wins
Ronaldo.
that is like who I want to
There's no
see go
way.
to the end. You guys got anything to say about Benfica? A little hungover from Europa League, you think, or they're just
They got
shit?
chances and they couldn't finish because they have Seferovic and Darwin's playing bad.
And what about Chervy?
Vanessa. Oh,
He got
Sergi.
subbed on. He tried hard, I guess.
Not hard enough.
Carlos Vinicius sent out a little messaging to Darwin. Said, "You'll do well. Don't worry, buddy," or whatever. Something on his Instagram
He's
or
good.
some shit.
Barca want him.
We could use
There's
Vinicius.
a couple big teams that
Carlos
want him.
Vinicius?
No, Nunez.
Oh, Darwin Nunez. Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
big teams want him, yeah.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the year, he was hot, man. He was
Yeah.
like making goals all by himself, and we were watching. We were like,
This guy was worth it.
because it was between him and Cavani. Cavani maybe was just kind of using us as like leverage, but like we thought we were gonna get Cavani, and then
You're
once
better off with Nunez.
that's what everyone said after
Oh,
after
for
he
sure.
started hot.
Yeah.
You'll make money off him. Hopefully they don't just sell him at the end of the year. Keep him for a couple of years, at least.
Yeah, I don't know. He might be a sell right away guy.
No, man. That's Benfica always does that. A fucking
They
feeder
want
team.
the money.
But that's what we.
They got enough
That's
money.
what everyone hates about the president and everything. It's like they
What?
don't build anything because
Yeah.
you're like got these one and dones.
Yeah, they're just making money. They care about the money. They're a business.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's
remember the
problem.
struggle of like wanting to see Quaresma go off to a better team and not getting transferred for like 3 seasons and being like, this guy's amazing. And I was like, I want the rest of the world to see how good he is. They held on to him for so long, and then he eventually went to Inter when Mourinho was there, and just terrible.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
awful. And then when he went to Besiktas, he probably turned his career around.
Well, he played that one game at Chelsea. I remember seeing that.
Dude, he played good at that game. I remember
did
that
play
game.
well
He
at that
played
game.
well.
It wasn't terrible, yeah.
But then didn't he have another stint at Porto before Turkey?
I think
He went to-
Turkey.
he did
and
2
then
comebacks.
Porto, and then back to Turkey.
Right. Well, with the foreigners, I mean, Darwin's from Uruguay. I don't
Yeah,
care
he has no-
I don't care if he goes shows the world that he's amazing or whatever. I just like I hope he does well at Benfica and helps us
Yeah.
win a couple titles. You know.
There's people that are like,
That's
oh,
true.
he's from Benfica.
Yeah.
Oblak. We have Oblak.
Yeah.
You don't have Oblak. He was there for 1 year.
We bought we bought him and Ederson off Rio Ave, didn't we?
I think we got Ederson from Brazil.
Or we loaned them out to Rio Ave. I don't know.
I think we bought Oblak from Rio Ave and loaned Ederson.
That's insane.
Okay.
Well, Black is Atletico's
I don't know.
goalie. The guy that's
He's one of the best goalies.
He's probably considered the best goalie.
He's really good.
Like
In the world.
Him and Neuer.
Yeah. Benfica had him and Ederson at the same time.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for
Ederson
Benfica.
makes me mad though. I don't
Why?
know.
He's really good.
He's
He doesn't like
he
the
is-
neck tattoos. That's what it is.
He has a shit face. You could cover
He's
that
ugly. He
up.
looks like a bulldog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I never liked
You're
any
in
of
the
Man.
punk
I never
scene.
liked any of Man City's goalies though.
They're
Man
all
City's
shit.
goalies all like.
Joe Hart. Why did Mourinho pick up Joe Hart at the
But he's such a good Ederson's such a good shot stopper and distributor.
No, he's a
And-
great goalie. I have nothing against
That's why.
it.
That's why Pep wants.
You just
him
said you
for the
hated him.
distribution.
No, I don't know. There's
And
something
he
about me
almost
that bugs
iced his own player by fucking coming out and saying, "I'll take the penalty shot."
That's awesome. That's fucking.
You know,
But it shows no confidence in any one of your teammates because you're like, "I'll do it, you idiots."
you know who looked great as
He's
a
good at
goalie
it.
was Braga's goalie Mateus in the Roma game. That guy
Mateo
was like,
Uribe.
he was like way
There's
out
some
there,
Braga.
like outside the box, like playing with the defenders, like getting those long balls. Like he looked good.
That's great until you Allison yourself and then you're fucking 2 goals down.
That's true. That is true.
shots fired.
Yeah.
Braga played Tondela on the weekend. 4-2 victory. They were up 4-0. I mean, it's kind of sad they let 2 goals in, but either way, like that was an exciting game, man.
You watch this game too?
But those goals.
I gotta keep up.
I think that's who you gotta watch. Braga has got the most exciting games. Porto, Benfica don't play nothing. And also the defending team like really just plays defense on them. So it's just you're watching someone break down. Like the games aren't that exciting. But I feel like Braga has like exciting games.
Yeah.
Sporting is good to watch too. All these guys are gonna be on the
Sporting's been
national
fun.
team.
Yeah.
Polina is gonna make the team.
Yeah.
Santos is pretty good. I don't know.
seen Paulino's done it. Nuno Santos, I believe.
Paulina's-
Nuno Santos is gonna make a push, and that will be very exciting to see. Cause
Wait, you don't think Paulina can make the team?
Dude, the guy's 6'3". He's a monster. He's just like he's a defensive
Between
midfielder.
Joao Felix, Andre Silva.
No, he's
Oh no, I didn't mean Paulinho. I'm Paulinho.
Oh,
Paulina,
the
center mid.
midfielder,
Yeah,
Yes, yes. He's been crushing it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's fighting with Danilo and Carvalho for that.
Over
Yeah.
Danilo.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
over Danilo, and then keep William always plays good with the national team.
Yeah.
He was-
Even if he doesn't play on Real Betis, call him up. He plays amazing for the national team.
William, he's so chill. Every time he like receives the ball, he's just there and he's just like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I love
like,
him. Yeah, it's
not a-
calma.
Not a care in the
Pacienza.
world. He like
Tranquilo.
looks around. He's like,
In a way, it's good Fernando Santos has those like guys he leans on no matter what the form. But then other times he like don't want to rehash the last World Cup, but like he keeps putting Gedge, and I'm like, this guy's not playing well at all.
Yeah.
He's a good super
terrible.
sub.
But like he kept like leaning on him, and I'm like, he
Gedge won us the Nations League Cup. So
okay,
don't
but
talk
the
too
World
shit
Cup was
about him.
before that,
Yeah,
and he
Gedge-
didn't
Gedge
play
is
well.
Oh yeah, World Cup. Okay.
Gedge is a guy that I'm definitely losing faith in.
And like there were some other guys that Fernando Santos kept putting in, and I was like, this isn't working. I don't know. But anyways, do you guys think Sporting could go undefeated? Because I just noticed that in the stats.
They haven't
I didn't-
lost?
They haven't lost.
Yeah.
What?
Whoa.
Invincibles.
Yeah.
Amorim.
If they have an
Invincibles.
Invincible.
if they have an invincible season, that would be
That would-
really good for them.
That's exciting.
I think they'll lose. Even Liverpool lost last year, but there's less competition
Eventually.
in
I think they
the
have-
Portuguese league, so they have a chance.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting once they
You know
lose.
what? One of their biggest.
they keep losing.
They have to. I think they're playing Porto next weekend, and if Porto's coming off a Champions League,
They're
but
going into.
they're going into a Champions League game, so they might.
Yeah, the next game is
They
Porto,
might,
right?
They might be cautious on the weekend to play teams, knowing
Yeah.
they have to go to Juve and get a result.
Guys, I'm gonna put between us. If anyone's in, I'm gonna put $10
On Sporting.
on Sporting doesn't lose a game this season.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll put $10.
Well, I don't want that to happen, so I'm not gonna bet on that.
No, I'll put like you're saying. You bet me. Like I think they'll
Yeah,
lose.
yeah.
Oh, go
Okay,
against
yeah.
it.
I'll bet you.
$10
Yeah.
It's
On air.
on air, recorded.
I'll bet you $10.
I don't want a piece of this action.
So get in.
I'll bet you a beer at a bar once we can go to a bar. A beer at Rosa Branca.
It's like $3.
okay, sorry. A few.
Did you guys see?
You can smoke on the patio at Rosa Branca. Right?
Loser has to wear a Sporting jersey.
Oh. Where do we find the
And
sport?
Chris has to be a Sporting fan from now on.
We told him he should be because it works
I'm
better
a
for the
Porto guy. You guys
podcast.
are Benfica boys.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
I hope they win you
Oh,
over.
I just got the
They're fun
box.
to watch
I just
now.
got the box.
He just got the box. Let him ease into it.
I really hope they win you over.
Really gotta just double down on the Pedro Gonzalez jersey.
Well, I feel like there's any year to go for it.
Yeah.
This is the
year.
time. Yeah. Don't win you
And
over.
this is the year we made the podcast.
Yeah,
So.
right?
Boom.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I don't.
I was talking about doing more characters. You can do a Sporting character.
Sure, I don't know what that means.
A guy that likes sporting.
I've never seen a guy who looks better in green, to be honest, than Chris.
Well, he likes red.
Oh, yeah.
So you should be Braga. You can be Braga. We'll take that.
Yeah, you can be a Braga
I think I'd
guy.
rather be a green guy.
Be a green guy. Little green goals.
Little green guy.
Did you guys see the Braga goals at all?
You showed me the longie.
I saw the
Joao
Paisan.
Wonder. The Joao Wonder goal was beautiful. Even Ricardo Horta's goal was nice. But yeah, Paisan.
I think I saw
two goals. I
Paisan.
think he got 2 assists too, maybe 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 goals, 2
That's
assists.
crushing.
Every
He's
goal he was a
crushing
part
it.
of, yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, let's move on.
And you're going to
to-
get his jersey because he's from Chelsea.
Nah, I'm not that committed to him. Sporting, another comfortable win against Portimonense. Header by Fidal, and then Nuno Santos picks up a goal. Yeah, like I was saying before, I think Nuno Santos,
Yeah.
he's a contender
I think
for
we
the
covered
national
Sporting.
team. I think right now, no Padense is injured, but I think Nuno Santos might come above Padense, which is still that line of like, are we gonna take him or not? But
What about Neto?
We only have room for one short guy.
Neto
Neto's
is
going.
making it, baby.
Neto is on fire. Let's move on to the Premier League. Man City undefeated in the last 5 games.
Shaking your head, Chris.
Liverpool, man.
Oh.
Makes me so upset. Leicester City is doing good. West Ham is doing good.
West Ham's good.
Chelsea, shit-ass Chelsea's doing good.
Shit.
The
Yeah.
Tuchel, they got 4 games since he's come.
It's all falling apart for Liverpool. They got no center backs, man. How can you, how do
Dude,
you...
You know what?
Henderson filling in for center back got injured
Yeah.
this week.
That was sad.
like, oh my
They're
god.
like, we gotta play the 2 new guys.
Well,
Been at this team
Phillips
for
guy's
2
good, right?
weeks.
Who?
Phillips?
Ah,
No?
okay, I don't know. I mean, they shit the bed this weekend.
Well, yeah,
so
I guess not that good.
not good enough.
Oh, before Everton played Liverpool, they played City midweek.
Oh yeah, I said I was gonna watch this game.
Did you watch
on
the game?
split screen. No, it was too boring. It was
Really?
done by the time I had the idea. It
Not
was
bad.
like,
Bernardo picked up a goal and an assist in that game. Pep Guardiola.
oh, that's the Bernardo goal with he cut across the middle.
Yes.
Sorry to cut you off.
Sorry to cut you off like Bernardo cut across.
Cut across there and shot it right
Yeah.
across.
And even, I don't know, the against the Arsenal game, they all of them look good, man. Like watching Ruben Diaz just hold it back down there, like he is the man, especially beside John Stones. John Stones is an idiot. He's the guy holding down that line.
Yeah, Ruben makes defending fun to watch.
He really
Sometimes
does.
he pushes up too. I saw in what was the last game? He was like going up there, making little runs. Then Aubameyang, I think, took the ball off him, but he took it right back. I don't think that was a foul, but he
Either way, if you
going
gotta-
forward,
if
he
you
makes
gotta-
nice passes too. His passes are crisp,
Yeah.
and yeah, he's solid.
If you got to take that smart foul, you take the foul.
I saw on the internet that Ruben was like pushing up a lot, and Pep was like telling him in Spanish to go back because like Saka was running up. Pep wanted him to go back, and Ruben was like rapido, rapido. You're talking about Saka.
Mr. Rapido.
He's a rapido man.
I think that's it for City. I don't know. Solid playing.
They have Borussia Mönchengladbach, I think, this week. I don't think they're gonna be too worried about that.
I don't think so either.
As much as I like the Portuguese players on City, and they're obviously gonna win the title, I don't want them to win the Champions League. They're a fucking no history club. I hope they never win the Champions League because you can tell they want it so bad too.
Yeah.
Boys are on City, and I don't even care.
I don't know. I guess we just
We gotta
have
lay
to-
down that track.
That's Chris was saying that.
We're in the
Right.
studio.
I'll do it.
We got the
man.
mics.
I'll do it.
Okay, on Friday, Wolves played Leeds. Pretty exciting game. I mean, I enjoyed it. That goal was pretty interesting.
Traore, he made it.
He just decided he didn't even get credited for it though.
That sucks. He definitely deserved credit.
It was
for the
OMG.
goal.
He just muscled up the field and he just hit that stonker.
Stonker.
Hit that stonker.
Stomped
Can
him.
I ask a question? Where does stonker come from?
I don't know, man.
You keep saying this word stonker, and it's awesome.
I don't know. It's fun to say. I've been enjoying it. Beautiful goal.
Are you stealing everything here from a different podcast?
Yeah,
Pretty
I
much.
listen to just like 50 different podcasts. I just take a little bit from everyone.
That's art, baby.
That's
That's how you do it.
that's what.
And we're
That's what the
we're
Beatles
stealing,
did, man.
Oh, we're stealing from the Beatles. I was gonna say.
Yeah, Neto, he was on fire, man. He looks like he wants to be Ronaldo, and he's just like
It's a mentality thing.
I think he
yeah.
wants to be Pedro Neto.
He's taking on players. He's taking shots. He's getting crazy, and it's so fun to watch.
He said his mom told him to shoot more. So that's what
Mom.
he did.
Mom.
No, that's true.
And that's a true story.
That's a true story. But yeah,
And you know his mom personally.
No, I don't know the Netos personally. I know Rui Patricio apparently was their best player in this game. I'm still gonna pick him over Lopes. I don't know. Sometimes sometimes you
I
watch
love his
Wolves,
name.
he does let in something weak. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's what you don't want at a big tournament. but-
Evan, as that game was happening, I think I messaged you and I was like, Patricio's having an amazing game.
Yeah, he was good, man. It's Wolves' first back-to-back win since October.
Wow.
They beat Arsenal and then they beat Leeds. And
Yeah, and they haven't been having a good year.
No.
Little Fabio Silva, please.
Yes, he came on. Did not score, but that's okay.
He's a fresh set of legs.
It's...
They bought a guy, right? They bought Willian Jose from
Willian
Spain.
Jose, yeah.
They needed to do that.
You know what's smart about that buy is, like, I was thinking about is, like, you have Jimenez injured, and it's like, you don't want to buy a guy that's going to take his spot, but it's like, he's like 32-ish, 33, and it's like, you want to buy a striker that's like, he's hot, and you want him to produce, but it's like, you want to show your striker that's injured, like, we're not getting rid of you.
Yeah.
We're
We're not
bringing
moving
this-
on.
yeah.
It's
That's
a temporary fix, just putting duct tape over it.
Yeah. Just put the duct tape over, and
It's like the Red Green show.
so
No, you
far,
got more Portuguese.
New duct tape.
duct tape.
The duct tape.
Yeah, so far,
Raul
that duct
Jimenez
tape...
sold from Benfica, by the way.
Yeah, it's a bad sell. You guys should have kept him.
They need him. We
Should've
fucking
sold-
need him.
Should have sent Seferovic to Wolves.
Yeah.
But yeah, duct tape is also not working as I don't think he scored a goal yet, has he, Jose?
If you're really gonna do it, I know it's like Nuno's boys. They like the Portuguese Spanish influence, but I would get a proven Premier League center back or center forward.
Yeah.
Just
I
someone
think
who
that-
can score in the Premier League because there's that adaptation time of like some players it
Yeah,
takes them a
learning
while
the
to get
league.
in.
No, I
Especially if
agree
you're
with
going mid-tier, right? Like you're not
Yeah.
getting the top tier, you're getting a mid-tier guy. It's like to come from Spain or a guy who's played in Brazil and Spain his whole life now to play in the Premier League. You don't know. It's a unknown entity, right?
Getting an older Brazilian player that plays in Spain to come to the Premier League, that's not a good choice.
Yeah, it
Should have
doesn't-
gone with like an Andy Carroll, you know?
Jamie Vardy.
Yeah.
Peter Crouch. They should have got Peter
Should have got
Crouch.
Peter Crouch.
Dad just sent me a thing. He said, where did Captain Hook buy his hook?
Is this an argument? Is
I
that...
said, at the pirate store? I don't know. And he said, no, at the secondhand store.
That's pretty funny.
And this guy comes in with a tray of copies, and he's got a hook, like Captain Hook, like his hand, he
Like
doesn't have a
Buster.
hand. He doesn't have a hand.
Yeah, he's got a hook.
So he's coming in, and he drops the copies on the ground. And these guys are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Throw this guy shit. I was like, this guy doesn't even have a hand. Like, you guys are evil. And I was like, why would you send the guy with no hand to go get the copies? And so this guy comes, and he's like, oh man. Immediately, like, he's not like sorry. He's like, he starts blaming the lady at Tim Hortons. And he's like, that fucking lady at Tim Hortons, she doesn't push the coffee all the way in the tray,
Right.
and it falls out. And he's like, I'm waiting in the drive-thru. And the lady asked me, "You need a tray?" And I said, "What the fuck do you think I need?" It was so funny.
Liverpool Everton for the first time in like 20 years.
I know, dude.
Everton.
Good
but,
for them.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a big.
they made
Carlo
it.
Ancelotti's got them playing well. Liverpool's
Yeah.
obviously on a downswing. If any time it was going to happen,
No
it had to
defenders.
happen
Yeah.
now.
They don't have any defenders. It's
No.
insane.
And Everton only scored one goal, and then like the second one I don't think was a
Yeah.
penalty. But like, yeah, they really had no chances. They weren't really even threatening, but they won. They came away with the win.
No, but you know what? The saddest part is that there's nothing other than Jota not being in the offense. There's nothing wrong with Liverpool's offense,
Right.
and the possession and the amount of time they have on offense. Like Liverpool should be scoring, and they're not.
But I think
But-
it's about having a comfortable backline you can feel confident about. Because like when you can create a play and distribute the ball properly, the forwards probably feel more comfortable. If we lose the ball, we're fucked back there.
Sorry, Evan hit it, I think, on the head. It's like, it's that balance, right? So when you have Van Dijk and, I don't know, who is it playing with them usually? Gomez, usually?
Gomez, Matip. Yeah.
When you have those two at the back, then that frees up. Their main strength was Anderson and Robertson bombing up and down the wings, crossing balls.
Well, also, like...
So now they're limited. Then also you had an improvement in the center midfield by having Henderson there,
Henderson
right? Who really,
and Fabinho.
And Fabinho make...
Who both love to take those long shots and make great passes.
Yeah, they make the team tick, right? So now you don't have them. So really you're isolating Mane, Firmino, and Salah.
And it's predictable.
It's predictable and there's no service. What was great was like they would get into space. The whole balance is off.
It's still very
team.
scary.
It's completely
like,
fucked, right?
I mean, you watch the game and then like, if you were to be an Everton fan watching that game, like, still terrifying.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
For like 90% of the game, you're just defending and taking in all this pressure.
But that's what I'm
look
getting
at
at
Leipzig, right? Like they dominate most of the game.
Leipzig choked defensively twice.
Yeah,
and that's the only reason that Liverpool scored.
But also Firmino did like a beautiful play, which they're always capable of at any time, right? So it's like they can make a goal out of this, right? Firmino does some crazy like rotunda, gets it back to Salah one time, boom, right in the net, right? So that's that.
Andre Gomes looked like shit in that game.
What do you mean? He looked cool. His hair was sick as hell.
He looked cool,
He
yeah.
either tie up his hair or put on a headband. His hair is looking gross.
It looks awesome.
It looks awesome. But
it's too straight.
He
needs like a crimp in that flow. It's
I don't
just
know
like
if he was
straight.
I don't know if he was always this slow, but he does look very slow.
He looked like shit.
He looks bad whenever they're on defense because he is not good defensively, and you can tell like he's like covering nobody, and then he's all of a sudden stepping into someone that's already gone past him.
I feel like I saw
and you're like,
him...
what is this guy doing on defense? But then, so like as a center defensive mid, he's not very good. But then when he's attacking, he's good as just like not even a center, not like the focal point, but he'll give an option and then spread the ball around, make another pass.
Yeah.
That's kind of his deal. It's like what he does.
I feel like I saw him get the ball, like, Liverpool were attacking from, like, a sloppy pass or someone gave it to him. And I remember just seeing him give the ball right back to Liverpool, like, making a stupid pass decision and giving the ball right back to Liverpool.
Sometimes he makes really good passes, but then other times... In this game, obviously it's against Liverpool, and Liverpool press a lot, so he did make a couple errant passes. And also the positioning... on
it's
some of his
higher press on Liverpool too, so it is a little bit tougher to get.
It's a little tougher, but I thought he did no poorer than like Decore with the ball.
Yeah,
with the ball.
I guess
off the ball, maybe Decore plays a little bit better, but like Decore was also missing passes. Like I don't think their strikers and like a lot of the times the wingers give them enough options. Mm-hmm. So I don't really get mad at his passing that much, but again, like him defensively, it just looks bad. He is.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I'm not gonna say he's washed, but like the guy did break his ankle like really nastily like a couple years ago. So
it was also like he got subbed off at the hour mark, and it was like you're not doing well enough, and like the coach saw that.
Yeah, that was enough.
That's like,
he was also on a yellow too.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I think he needed to get changed for Sigurdsson anyways. But did Sigurdsson do anything special when he came on? Was his passes any better? I don't know.
He scored a penalty.
He did score a penalty, I know that.
Anyone
He almost missed that penalty, though. That was a bad penalty.
It went in the net, didn't it?
Mourinho versus West Ham.
This guy's done.
Couldn't
I don't
do
know
it.
what's going on here.
Couldn't do it.
West Ham's a good team, actually.
They rebounded. No, but I mean, if you're Tottenham, any loss to like a non-top 6 team is a bad loss.
They are a top 6 team.
Right,
now
they're
in
including
form.
themselves as a top 6 team.
Yeah.
Meaning like the coming into the league before any points are scored.
Oh, like a traditional top 6.
Traditional. If you're you're on the top. You're
West Ham-
spending the most money.
Yeah.
You have Kane and Son. You're
Yeah.
considered to be a contender, right?
Yeah.
Or at least a contender for European places, right?
Yeah.
They're doing good in Europa League. Maybe he'll just focus on that.
I
They're
think
playing
that
Wolfsburger from it's not even the real Wolfsburg, it's the Austrian Wolfsburg.
It's a ripoff version.
Wolfsburger helper.
Is that something?
I don't know.
Again.
Maybe Mourinho's like he doesn't want to invest time and effort in the Premier League, and he's just like let's win Europa. Maybe he just wants to win Europa. I don't know.
I mean, West Ham's on a roll. Good
Yeah,
for them.
West Ham's crushing it. So like what?
No, they're a good team. They got Lingard.
They have future.
They had future.
And they still do. A little piece of his heart is still there.
That number 10 jersey.
On that number 10 jersey.
I don't know who's number 10.
Lanzini, maybe? I don't know.
Lanzini?
I don't know.
Manchester versus Newcastle. Bruno picks up a penalty and an assist in a 3-1 win. Still, he's
Solid.
What game is this? How much shit
How many
happened?
times did Manchester play this week? That's insane.
No, Bruno just keeps scoring. What are you gonna do?
I can't keep up,
Yeah,
man.
well, comfortable win, 3-1. Newcastle, not really a contender at all.
They got John Joe Shelby,
They
dude.
do. That guy doesn't have a single hair on his body.
I was like, that guy doesn't have eyebrows. He belongs in the Minions movie. Like, that guy.
The Ronaldo roundup could not score against Porto. Very boring game. We've mentioned that. He picked up 2 goals
I
today.
didn't think it was boring.
Boring if you're watching
Oh, yeah,
sheerly
sorry.
for Ronaldo. As a Porto fan, I thought it was a great game. But yeah,
Well,
picked
you
up,
take it back then.
Okay, today. Yeah, sorry.
So what
picked up
was
2
it?
goals against Crotone, 2 headers. He also leapfrogs Lukaku, who took the lead in the Milan derby for top scorer, and Ronaldo took the lead back.
We're not going to talk about the Milan derby
Yeah,
at
the
all.
Milan
We don't
derby.
have to. No.
Did you watch it?
No Portuguese players.
No
Did Leon play?
Leon got subbed in around
Guess
half.
we have to
Well,
talk about
also, I just want to,
We
like,
talked a lot
Lukaku
about
and the
Lukaku.
Ibrahimovic
Oh,
showdown.
yeah.
We talked a lot
dude.
about this.
True. Okay,
they
let's set
play?
it up.
And
Sorry,
he,
let's set
he
it up.
told
Go
me,
ahead.
he's like, I'm going to fuck you and your wife, and guess what?
But yeah,
Yeah, Ibra got... The way that Ibra's been playing lately, I'm just like, I feel like this guy's going to get carded potentially every game.
He just plays rough.
Yeah,
he's
dude.
rough. He's got an attitude. I mean, I'm sure partially
He's the dark side
Par-
of the force.
partially, I'm sure the refs are like, he's gonna be a dick, whatever. Let him play. People want to see. People are tuning in to see this guy, so it's like you can't give him a red.
Is he trumping out there? He's doing the
He's
trump.
trumping. He knows people are watching, and
But
he's
also,
like,
like,
I'm gonna be a dick.
A ref doesn't have a responsibility
That's
to
true.
the audience, right? Like, do they?
No.
I think when that
No.
happens,
No.
when
But I
that
think
happens, then you
what-
get weird games. Like, remember there was a controversy about like this guy. He's like, he said afterwards, he's like, oh, it was Spurs, so like I didn't want to. I'll call these fouls, but like they're gonna fuck it up anyways at the end, so it doesn't
Yeah, I
really
think that
matter,
was
right?
a
Clattenburg.
Spurs Chelsea game.
That was Clattenburg or
Yeah.
something, right? So it's like the ref, but that's
He
not
didn't want to
the,
give a red.
that's not the ref's responsibility. Ref's responsibility is only to the game. That is his.
Yeah, the raw.
That should be his only responsibility, right? How they're treating him in Serie A is, yeah, of course, they get, big players
Yeah.
get preferential treatment, of course, right? Like, I'm wearing an AC Milan jersey, so I was kind of rooting for them. I mean, they do have Leo and
Dolo, yeah.
I'm an
Hello?
Ibra fan. I like to see Ibra come
It
through.
was exciting.
Even though he's a kind of a nut, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was.
I don't know why I do that.
That's exciting though. I mean, Lautaro Martinez crushing it. I don't know. Do you think it's his last season at Inter? Do you think someone's gonna pick him up?
I don't know who this
I don't
guy
care
is.
who
I've
he
never
is.
heard of him.
Lautaro?
Who the fuck's Lautaro?
Crushing it, man.
No idea.
Get
who
outta
this guy is.
Lautaro.
Lautaro. Oh,
I don't know what the hell this guy is.
Get him out of here.
Another Argentinian striker. He's doing well.
Get the-
I think Barcelona and probably City.
Inter's got no one you can cheer for if you're Portuguese. What do you care if you're on Inter? In the past, they've had Sergio Conceição, Luis Figo. Right
Figo,
now,
yeah.
well, they got. I mean, who am I watching?
They had Cedric.
They had Cedric. They had Cancelo.
They did.
Cancelo, Manish was there for a bit.
How stupid does Juve look with that Cancelo movement? Fuck.
I don't know why they did it.
No one knows. They
Yeah.
cashed in. I don't. They would
Yeah.
cash. But they did a straight swap for Danilo. How much? They could have made like
It was a swap. Yeah.
60 million euros on
They're
that.
like, let's just bring in a boring player.
Mm-hmm.
The crazy thing was at the time I was like, and Joao Cancelo went to City, and I was like, I don't want to see this guy play, and Pep never started him, and then it's like he eventually started bringing him on the left wing,
Yeah.
and then he's that back line now.
Yeah, he's better than
He's
Kyle Walker
yeah.
by a mile.
Other Portuguese players this week. Andre Silva got Player of the Month for the Bundesliga.
Good for him. Deserved it. He scored so many
Yes.
goals.
Crushed
They did
it.
really well.
He got injured a couple
Yeah, he
days.
couldn't play against Bayern Munich when they still won.
They still won.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Frankfurt.
Frankfurt, yeah.
Whoa.
They beat Bayern 2-1, and he didn't even play, but Player of the Month, which is it's impressive.
But they bought back, or they got loaned back that
Jovic,
Jovic guy.
yeah.
So, I mean, he does kind of still have to worry about his spot, I guess, even though he scored so many
Hey,
goals.
man,
But
put the pressure on. Fuck it.
yeah, I guess.
João Felix, back from COVID, played 90 minutes, and they lost to Levante 2-0.
That's a bad loss for them. I looked at that table
So-
the other day, and like Madrid and Barca are really catching up.
Yeah.
Because I think Barca was a couple games down as well, and now
They lost
Barca's
on they tied on the
they
weekend.
tied, but they have the capability to still play well, at least in the league. Maybe not Champions League; they're kind of done, but like they have
with them
Messi.
out of Champions League, and they're gonna fight for that.
Dude, they can do
This all
what they
sounds
did.
crazy.
They can do what they did last year and come back.
Yeah, exactly.
Score 6 goals in the game. Who the hell knows, man?
No, but I would
Nobody knows.
If Ray Hudson is there, anything can
Anything's
happen.
possible.
No, for real. I thought this was Atletico's year. Like, take advantage. You got Suarez off your main rival. You have Felix playing good. Win the league. They're in a good position. You'd rather be first than second, but like they're catching up. So you gotta make some wins.
Win the league, man.
Yeah, go on and win the league.
Just do it. Just
Why aren't you
do
doing it? Stop what you're doing and win the league.
Figure it out.
Levante had Ruben Vezo, another Portuguese center back, and he got a shutout in that game. Good for him.
We'll applaud that all day.
In Dortmund, they took down Schalke 4-0. Haaland scored 2 goals. Rafael Guerrero picked up a goal.
Good for him.
I actually saw that game.
You watched that game?
Yeah.
How nice was that?
Holland was on fire, dude. That guy could have scored like 4 more goals that game.
That ball just finds him, and he just puts it right into the net. It's crazy watching him.
Yeah.
It's fucking impressive. That the goal he jumped for is like a scissor kick almost.
Yeah. No, that kid's on fire.
He's amazing.
So at what point did Bayern Munich buy him? Is the question.
Yeah.
Sooner or later.
Yeah,
Bayern Munich,
that's the sad part of the journey.
But it's like, does he just trump Munich and go to?
Did we talk about this last week? But someone posted like, it's like, this is why the German league is not taken seriously. They just bought their biggest rival's best player.
The center back up.
Yeah.
Upamecano.
Yeah.
Right?
Americano. It's
Is that
a
it?
difficult name.
Yeah, so
they
whatever-
just bought the
Sounds
center
like what
back.
I ordered at Starbucks last week.
Okay, you have to cut that.
Look at a grande Upamecano.
Americano?
Yeah,
So-
that was disappointing to see him go to Bayern, man, because he was like one of the biggest prospects in all of Germany for center backs. And I mean, it's not that
Either state, but like, why doesn't Dortmund wants to compete with Munich,
Yeah.
right? But they can't like raise the wages or anything like that. Like,
The players literally want to go there instead.
well, it's more money, and you're competing European league, and you're winning all the leagues. But
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know if that happened in Portugal. Like,
Well,
it's a scandal
the
when
thing-
João Moutinho leaves Sporting and joins Porto. Like,
That was
that's not a scandal, but people are like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
that was weird. I mean, I feel with Upamecano, it's like Alaba is pretty much ready to leave, and he's a older center back who's out the door, and then it's like, okay, this is your spot.
Okay,
if
I
you
get-
want it, you're starting.
And he's playing on a team that's an energy drink.
He's at the Red Bull Leipzig.
But I get why, if you're Munich, you want to refresh the squad. You want to bring in more
Yeah.
players. You're gonna need a new striker in a couple years once Lewandowski goes. But they just pick from the German league. Like,
Yeah.
now we'll take
Yeah,
this
get
guy.
Well, it's like
pick
you-
from somewhere else, right?
But
Well,
it's also, it's like, you know the league,
It's
you know
taking
the
down your own.
system.
But it's taking down your own competition. It's beautiful.
It's a
I mean,
2-for-1,
it's yeah.
yeah.
I
it's-
mean, that's what Liga NOS does too. Like anyone that's good on any
I
team.
I
Like,
think
Taremi was standing out the season before. Porto's like, we'll pick him up.
no,
Well,
but
dude,
Dortmund's supposed to be like a perennial contender, like Dortmund, Leverkusen. I feel like some other teams,
Leipzig.
Leipzig.
Leipzig nowadays, yeah.
Now they're a new team,
Lie
but
back.
Benfica, Sporting, Porto, they don't transfer with each other. They're like, find
Yeah,
your
no,
own
no.
guys. Like,
Yeah.
this guy's mine, you know?
Yeah.
They got that more
I'll
mentality.
raid Rio Ave.
Yeah.
14
Or if you
minutes.
want, you can pay double. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
I was gonna say that, like the same thing happens in the Premier League too, right? It's like like one team does well, like Southampton does really well one year, and it's like, okay, all the top teams.
Liverpool's
Vile.
one team, Southampton.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, that-
Southampton exactly.
that's football. That's football. But I'm saying, like, Dortmund and Leipzig should not be farm teams for Munich. That's,
yeah. Those are top contenders.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
makes
that's-
Munich win 7 titles in a row or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because I mean, in England it's different where it's like you have Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham. It's like, sure, players that live in London, they're like, I don't want to fucking move. I can just go to this team that's next door.
That could be part of it, yeah.
Saved a part of my life and everything's the same.
There's like 10 teams in London.
Yeah.
Go to one of them.
Worst case scenario, you end up at Crystal Palace.
Yucky.
They wanted it. They came
It's a
back.
palace made out of crystals. Why would you want to live there?
Everything can break,
The
dude.
Forges of Solitude.
Yeah.
Except Roy
Do
Hodgson
you know
is in charge.
crystals are the strongest material in the world?
Prove
Do you
it.
not know that?
That was diamonds.
No, it's crystals.
Crystal meth.
Crystal meth.
Going.
It gives you super strength.
Jose Font scores a nice little longie on the weekend to win a game for Lille.
Say what you said in the
Stalker.
PowerPoint.
Jose Fonte scores a stonker on the weekend, baby.
He stonked up the
He
place.
stonked it up. Dude, a defender scoring outside the box one-timer? That was great. Good for him. Joao Wonder.
Of the week?
Wow.
This is Joao Wonder.
I think we could give it to Bruno Fernandes.
Okay.
Yeah, well, Manchester United played like 5 times this week.
Yeah, he came through every time.
What sucks is that for Ronaldo to get on to be the Joao Wonder of the week, I mean, he's got to do something special because, like, you know what I mean? We're
Yeah.
expecting him to
But-
score a couple goals a week,
Yeah,
you
but it's
know?
also, I mean, if Bruno had a quieter week, Ronaldo scoring 2 goals today might have done it.
You know what? I'm going to say, this is odd coming from a Benfica guy. My Joao Wonder of the week is Sergio Oliveira. He was the best player against Juventus. You know, they won again on the weekend. He's a captain every single week. Gotta give it to him. He's a good player, man.
You didn't even put him on your PowerPoint.
Well, he didn't score any goals.
He didn't score.
But he played freaking well. He won
He
them
was
that game.
solid.
That's a massive game for Porto.
There's no little picture of him flexing his muscles. Who was
That's
the nicest
that's
little
the Rui
boy of
Costa
the week?
approach, man.
Yeah.
It's like under the radar. He put in all the effort. He put in all the work.
Wow, are you looking quickly to find a picture of him to put there?
I got it somewhere. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go Bruno as well. Patrick, what's your take?
I picked Bebe.
Bebe. Guess it doesn't really matter. We got two.
Every year you pick Bebe.
Every year I come here and I pick Bebe.
Bebe.
Hey, baby.
Did he win his games in Turkey this week?
He plays in the 2nd division in Spain.
Did he win his homeless World Cup games?
Of course he won them single-handedly, probably.
Homeless World Cup.
Who do you pick, Chris?
I picked Bruno.
I was not
the
paying
first-
attention.
I was the first person to pick.
So you guys all pick Bruno?
He got
think-
3
I
goals
think-
and assists in 2 games.
Oh, Justin picked stupid Sergio. Okay.
Hey, I respect his choice.
Yeah, I respect that.
But-
Okay, we're just gonna throw our picks. I'll pick Ruben Diaz.
That's not a throwaway pick. I'm trying to be the unique one. Someone comes like, I want a unique point of view
Yes.
on this Joao.
I'm
That's
You're
why I
right.
respect your pick.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I said Bebe.
Hey, baby.
But you're just being funny.
Put Bruno.
And that's the worst kind of person.
Put Bruno in the Hall of Fame for next week, beside Neto and Ronaldo. All right, plugs. Follow us on social media at Joao_Wonder on Twitter, on Instagram at the Portugal Corner. For questions, comments, you can email us at theportugalcorner@gmail.com. Please subscribe to the pod wherever you get your podcasts. Leave a rating and review. That'd be super helpful. Thank you. Champions
Hey,
League,
I thought it
we
was
got Atletico versus Chelsea.
Lazio Bayern. What are you guys watching? First, what are you watching, and then
Joao
predictions.
Joao
I'm gonna watch Atletico Chelsea.
Yeah, that
I
looks
feel
like
I
good.
feel like they'll
Yeah, I want to watch Joao.
I gotta know.
win.
Bayern's a team that plays with no soul. Lazio's like a racist Italian team. I ain't watching that shit.
And Bayern will
Is
probably
Lazio
a very
racist?
comfortable win.
Lazio's a more
Bayern
racist.
hasn't been all that tough lately, dude.
That's true.
They really haven't. I'm like,
Yeah, Lazio
I'm
might
not.
be able to.
I'm not saying that like I don't think they're gonna lose. I just wouldn't be surprised if they tied.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
This round in the Champions League is always kind of busted, where it's like one team will probably take out the other
The
team.
pressure's not as high, so it's whatever.
This
Yeah.
round is not hot. This
Yeah.
round's busted, bro.
And then Wednesday, Atlanta versus Real Madrid. Not super interested in that, to be honest.
If I'm gonna be interested in a game that day, it's that one.
I'm gonna be interested for the upset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
good
because
sucks.
Atalanta has been on fire.
Who's put it? And they know they're playing Madrid. They're gonna be up for it.
Yeah.
Big time. They're like,
Yeah.
if we can knock off Real Madrid,
they're
the
coming out.
Real Madrid.
And who the fuck gives a shit about
is the real one.
Mönchengladbach fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah, City should be able to do away with them.
It's
Yeah.
Mönchengladbach Burger. They're
mean-
actually from Austria.
Obviously, anything could happen. I mean, that goes without saying. But like, you know, Man City could lay a stinker on that game. Like, who knows, right? So.
Yeah, we'll see.
Anything
And
can
then
happen.
Europa
Anything,
League.
exactly.
Europa League, we just have a
We just
Same-
have 47 games.
the same thing. It's all the same games. It's just part 2. So it's Arsenal, Benfica again,
Yeah.
and Belgrade,
Big.
Roma.
Oh, they got the noon game. I get to watch this whole game. This is great.
You're not gonna wake up. Are you kidding me?
It's a little bit early for me, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We touched on all those games and kind of what our future
Damn.
predictions will be.
Bro.
any predictions?
Um,
Any betting? Ajax Lille. Who do you think? Do you think they'll come back?
no, I think Ajax has it.
Milan Red Star. What do you think?
I think Milan will edge that out.
Are they home in the second leg, or are they home? Were they home in the first one?
I think they're home.
You know what? I think Red Star will win. Who fucking
That'd
knows?
be
I
if
don't
Red.
know.
I'll just say if Red Star win, like that'll be bad for Milan. And we all think Braga's gonna turn around. Okay.
Okay.
can almost cut that whole thing.
And we all bet on.
EPL, Manchester City versus West Ham. Oh, that'll actually be a good game.
I
So-
say West Ham's gonna win.
Oh, some big games. I would say everything on
Wolves, Newcastle. That's interesting.
Sunday looks
I'd
like a
give
good
Wolves
day.
that one.
Yeah.
Sunday looks like a good
Ooh,
day. Leicester, Arsenal, and
7
then Chelsea,
a.m.
Man
Goddamn.
United.
Chelsea
Who's
United.
Liverpool playing? Nobody cares.
Sheffield. And then if Tottenham loses to Burnley, that's the fucking end.
And nobody cares who Liverpool is playing.
In Portuguese league, we got Porto Sporting.
Oh, that's a big one.
That's a stonker.
That's a stonker.
I mean, this one is big. Pitting brother against brother.
Sportish.
There's that sporting character.
Yeah.
Braga Nacional, Benfica, and Rio Ave.
Oh, I wanted to talk.
Should we say this podcast is brought to you by Rosa Branca?
We
By
wish
Superboc.
this podcast was brought to you by Superboc.
Drop little jokes in there? Yeah, like that. Do you think Porto could beat Sporting? Sporting is
think they
undefeated. Do you think they have? Obviously, they have a chance.
Of course they have a chance.
I'll love to watch this game. I think Sporting will wipe the floor with them.
Should
Wow.
we get together?
I would
to watch
actually,
the game?
if I'm because I'm Benfica, yes, I agree. I would like to see Porto get stomped.
Stonked?
Especially this year, this annoying Porto with fucking like all their like cards and everything. It'd be
Yeah.
nice to just see.
They're the
Like,
biggest divers, and they complain on how to get enough calls.
I feel like Porto's gonna be energized from all the bullshit of the last couple weeks, and I feel like they're gonna rest. They're gonna sit on their laurels of like, we're in the Champions League. You're just fucking. You're only playing
You
Liga
think-
NOS.
you think Sergio Conceição thinks like that? I don't think he
the
does.
players in general are like, we're coming off a game playing Juventus, like we're playing in more prestigious competitions, and it's like, you know, you guys are in first, but like, fuck you guys, you're.
Is it 9 points or 10 right now?
Even 10?
So then it goes down to 7 or 13. Or stays the same,
Yeah.
right? I think Porto wants it to get down to 7, and there's so much time left. Once they get that, they feel like they'll get some
They'll get
momentum.
momentum.
Going.
Porto's gonna be up for it. Sporting is too, because they want to finish the year. They'll be like, once we beat
Yeah.
you guys, like
They're
this
running.
is it. This is
If
it.
Sporting wins, they're running with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Porto they don't have to play Champions League this week, right? There's a break.
They
It's a break this week, and then the next
play
week.
on Saturday. Oh, there's a break in between.
Yeah, so they can push for
They
it.
can rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably will.
I really hope Sporting wins. It's 11 Portuguese players on Sporting against Sergio Oliveira on Porto.
Pretty
Well,
much.
and Francisco Conceição.
Pep's controversial. Pep
Coach's
is-
son.
The coach's son's gonna be put in.
Be the captain any day now.
It just shows you, even from Toronto Eagles up to FC Porto, the coach's son gets in the team.
Exactly.